Thank you for letting me come today. I appreciate it. I'm honored to be here. I hope you forgive my using notes. I usually don't do that, but I'm aware of the time, and I'm going to. So I use notes when I'm aware of the time. I'm one of those guys who says that if you want me to speak for an hour, I'm ready. If you want me to speak for 5 minutes, I need 2 hours to prepare. So thank you again. I'm so honored. I know many of you have enjoyed and probably quoted Reinhold Niebuhr's Serenity Prayer. I learned it when I was a child, and it goes like this: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I've quoted that prayer and prayed it many times myself, but I will tell you that with the government's increasingly aggressive destruction of our freedoms and liberties in this nation, I've had to alter for myself Reinhold Niebuhr's wonderful prayer, and now I quote the prayer as saying, God, grant me the courage to change the things I cannot accept. And I want to talk to you a little bit today about the things I cannot accept. And just a short list, and to fit within the time, but I can no longer accept the people of Arkansas living in poverty because we've had too many politicians who've been more concerned about their personal power than about your personal prosperity. And that's why we're living in poverty. The fact is that in Arkansas, we grow more food than we can eat. We grow more fiber than we can wear. We produce more energy than we can consume. We grow more timber than we can use. We have more water than we need. And I can continue that list ad nauseum. But the fact is that in Arkansas, our personal income is 47th in the nation. And let me tell you why it's so poor. It is not because we don't have good roads. Amen? It's because we have the most oppressive, anti-business, job-unfriendly, cumulative tax code of any state in the region. If you study the tax code in Arkansas, folks, the fact is that we don't invite businesses or jobs or a free market economy to thrive and survive in Arkansas. In 2011, Oklahoma's economy grew at 3 times the rate of Arkansas's. Tennessee's economy grew at 6 times the rate of Arkansas's, and Texas' economy grew at 10 times the rate of Arkansas's. Why? Because we have the most oppressive personal tax code, corporate tax code, and the most heinous, oppressive regulatory environment in Arkansas, any state we touch. We are the second most regulated state in the United States of America, folks. 48 states have easier business and vocational regulations than Arkansas. I can't stand that anymore. I don't know about you, but we can change that. And we've got to change that. I can no longer accept the educational system in Arkansas that is failing our students, our parents, and our states. The fact is that the same report that Governor Beebe cites as claiming that Arkansas is fifth in the nation, and I got to tell you, when I heard that Arkansas was fifth in the nation in education, it scared me to death for the rest of the country. Amen? But the same report that Governor Beebe cites as Arkansas being fifth in the nation in education, that same report says that we are 45th in the nation in producing high school graduates who are prepared for success in life. What other measure do you need, folks, than preparing students for success in life? We've got to change the educational system in Arkansas. Now, what do? We've got to move the educational system in Arkansas from a government monopoly that focuses on the adults in the system to a free market economy that focuses on the students in the system. So how do you do that? You create an educational system in Arkansas where parents decide where their children go to school, what their kids are taught, and then whatever money is used to teach those kids follows those kids to the schools that their parents chose for them to go. When you do that, folks, what happens? The schools that are providing excellent educational services and are preparing our children for success in life, what happens to them? They get stronger. They grow bigger. What happens to the schools in Arkansas that are failing? By the way, the state of Arkansas admits that we have 587 failing schools in Arkansas. Now that's how many the state admits we have are failing. What happens to those schools? In a free market economy, one of two things happens. They get a lot better or they go away. And that is exactly what needs to happen to them. They get a lot better or they go away. So we move the educational system in Arkansas to a free market economy, and we all know what happens when a free market economy is able to produce a product or a service in comparison to a monopoly, especially one that is controlled by a dysfunctional government, don't we? Yeah. The other thing I want to say about education in Arkansas is, folks, and I know I'm standing on a college campus, and I have a 4-year degree and I have a postgraduate degree, but I want to tell you, we have got to stop lying to our children and telling them that if they don't have a 4-year degree, they are failures in life. Because that is a lie. The fact is, there is immense dignity in a trade. I was talking this week to a medical doctor here in Arkansas. And I was talking about the fact that at Nucor Steel up in Mississippi County, you can be a non-management, non-degreed, average salary at Nucor Steel is $88,000 a year. And he looked at me and he said, I have a son in graduate school who's going to graduate with his PhD, and he's hoping he can get a job starting at $60,000 a year. The fact is, folks, and let me tell you, if you're going to college and you're working on a degree, I applaud you. But I want to tell you, we've got to tell our students that we've got to stop telling our children that if you don't go to college, you're a failure. Because the fact is that the free market economy, is demanding skilled craftsmen and skilled tradesmen. And one of the reasons we can't build the manufacturing industry in Arkansas is because they can't find skilled craftsmen and skilled tradesmen. There is dignity in building and working and fixing with your hands. When did we forget that in America?